These days, a lot of magazines and online, you learn or you hear of certain medical terms, and I would like to explain those terms today. There is metabolism, metabolic disease, metabolic syndrome. These words are being used again and again. What do we mean by metabolism? Metabolism is the process in which the food we take is converted to energy by the body cells. It is converted to energy with the help of biological substances called enzymes.
Enzymes, gotta catalyze reactions. Active sites specifically shaped for the substrate.
When these enzymes are deficient or they are defective or absent, the process of conversion to energy is stopped midway. So if these enzymes, these biological substances which convert food to energy are deficient or absent or defective, then you can understand that the process of conversion is stopped in the middle. And these products which are produced and stopped in the middle may be toxic. They accumulate and they may be toxic and not good for the body. On the other hand, the final product also is not produced, and a disease termed metabolic disease is produced. This can happen in the breakdown of carbohydrates, if the enzymes of carbohydrates are not there, or the enzymes that convert protein to energy if those are absent or defective, and the same thing can happen in the fat metabolism. Breakdown of food to energy is called, or conversion of food to energy is called metabolism, and absence of the enzymes which are biological substances produced in the body, if those enzymes are defective or deficient, they cause metabolic disease. Now another term that is used is metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome, as the word syndrome means there are multiple signs. One sign can be high blood glucose levels. Another can be high blood pressure. Another can be high serum triglycerides. Or it can be low serum HDL cholesterol, or even excessive fat around the waist. All these are signs of what we call metabolic syndrome. To call it a metabolic syndrome, you need at least 3 of these signs to be present. So we have done what is metabolism, what is metabolic disease, metabolic syndrome. Among these, you will find very commonly used the word diabetes. Diabetes is the condition where the blood glucose levels go very high, and they usually go very high because there is a deficiency or a defective form or insufficient form of a hormone called insulin. Now, a hormone is also a biological substance produced by a gland. In the case of insulin, it is the pancreatic gland which produces, or the pancreas which produces insulin. This form of diabetes can be either what we call a primary form or a secondary form. You will notice that many of these metabolic diseases, diabetes, they are very often related to hereditary genes. Then there's another disorder that can occur, which is now being commonly referred to, is non-alcoholic liver disease, fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and in short it is referred to as NAfld. Why are we saying non-alcoholic? Because we always, for a long time it was presumed that it is known that alcohol is toxic to the liver, and it was presumed that most of the liver disorders which went into liver failure were due to alcohol. It is now become not only known, but we notice that it is very common that there are conditions where people overeat, their nutrition is bad, they overeat, or the fats that the person takes are too much for the liver to deal with. And it may be also that the liver cells are defective. So the fat accumulates in the liver cells and damages the liver, causing what we call fatty liver disease. And we say non-alcoholic because we know it is nutritional and it is not due to the person's alcohol intake. So we have to be aware that there is a condition where you overeat or you eat the wrong foods or excessive fat, which can damage the liver. Initially, it is reversible, but at a later stage, where there is fibrosis and what we call cirrhosis, the liver gets totally damaged and it becomes irreversible.